Hey everyone, it's Sarah and I am here with a really big Project Life spread here today. I'm doing the entire month of July in this spread, and I am going to start off by doing kind of a little intro page to it because I normally will have two different albums for my Project Life. So I will put January through June in one album and then July through December in a second album. But this year has not been super eventful, I guess. So my spreads are not really long. I've normally been having one single side page, one single side of a layout for 1 week. And normally I would have a double page spread for a week. So this year just hasn't been, we're not bogged down by a lot of stuff. I don't have a ton of stuff that I want to include in Project Life. So yeah, I don't need that much room this year. So I'm just going with it. And instead of doing a second album, I'm going to finish off the year doing Project Life monthly instead of weekly. So this is going to kind of be my little intro to that. And so I'm just going to put this behind June in the album that I have right now and just kind of keep going from there. So I have this piece of paper. This is from Close to My Heart, and I put a large 2015. That's from Freckled Fawn, as well as all of, these corks are from, they might be Ellie's Studio. I've had them for a while, but they're the days of the week, and then the one in the center says, a collection of moments I want to remember forever. So I'm just kind of putting those down on the paper here. And then in the middle of the zero, I'll show it to you again for the 2015, I'm going to, I put in the spine for my second album that I had planned. And then I ended up, not needing the second album, so I just did that. And then the tags with our names on them, those were from gifts that my mother-in-law sent to us, and I just kind of kept them because she has really nice handwriting. So I kept those tags with all our names on them, so I just kind of stuck them down there to represent each of us. And then I took this over to my sewing machine, and I sewed there down the page protector, and I'm showing it to my husband. So that's going to go on my album, so it's like a little 6x12. Okay, so now I'm going to start on the month of June. And what I did was I still had everything separated by weeks. So I just kind of went through all of my weeks and pulled everything out and kind of just made everything work, basically, is what I did. There were a few things here and there that I decided not to include. I didn't have pictures for them, and I just felt like it wasn't really that needed in the album. It was one of those things where I was just trying to fill a pocket. So instead of worrying about that, I'm just going to make sure every pocket is something, important. So I'm taking this 4x6 card that did have the dates pre-stamped on them because I did pre-stamp all of my dates, but I don't need those anymore since I'm doing it monthly. So I just used a little piece of a border strip that I had, and I put that over it. And I'm using these thickers that I've had for a very, very, very long time, and I'm spelling out the word July. And my tiny, or not my tiny attacher, nope, not at all. My quick dry adhesive is in that fine line bottle there, and my fine line bottle broke, apparently. It is now oozing out the very top of the blue part right there, if you can see. I'm trying to wipe it down because it's oozing out of there instead of coming out the very top. So I think it's because some adhesive had gotten stuck in there. I had a really hard time getting the cap off earlier, so I think that's why it maybe just pulled that too much. So I have to go get a new bottle now to fix that because I can't fix it. So, but I'm going to do that tomorrow. I'm going to run to Hobby Lobby and do that. But okay, so I used, like I said, those stickers, and I did not have an L. I'm sure you could tell I was very low on those stickers, so I just took a 7 and turned it upside down so it says July. And definition of making it work on that one there. But okay, so I have this other 4x6 card here that has dates pre-stamped on it as well. So I'm just going to try to use those up whenever I can cover up the dates because I don't need them anymore. So I have The Girl on the Train, an image of the book because I joined a book club here that month, and that it was the first meeting that I went to. We read The Girl on the Train. So I'm writing about that on a little library card. It looks like a little library pocket on it. I'm not sure which collection that came in. Now I have a couple pictures of my girls. We went to the park one day and we took pictures of them. They were super cute. So I used some labels and I'm going to just write fun at the park. And I pulled a big label sheet out that you can tell. I'll bring it back here soon again. But I printed them probably from Studio Calico and I just had them ready to go and I don't use them all that much. So I grabbed them. And I'm making a point to use a whole bunch here in Project Life just to kind of get them used up. And they're perfect to put on pictures because they're not big. So, okay, for this card, I'm using a journal card from the Midnight Kit, and I put a chipboard B on there for Brody. And this is the week that he got diagnosed with Cushing's disease, which I've talked about on my channel quite a bit. So I'm just kind of journaling about that because the beginning of July is when he was diagnosed with that. So that was a big thing. And I pulled out, you're going to see me pull out quite a few thickers here and there because I recently went through all of my thickers and was kind of pulling out the ones that were almost, you know, they were used up quite a bit. They didn't have very much left. So I pulled all those out and put them right next to my desk. So every time I reach for thickers, I'm reaching for those first so that I can really just try to use up some packages here. So you're going to see a few thicker packages that don't have a whole lot left, but I'm trying to use them. Okay, so on the bottom here, I have the 4th of July. So I have my girls in their 4th of July outfits, and I'm just attaching these to a 4x6 card. So I have their 3x4 picture and a 3x4 card there as well. That is a handmade card that I got at a card swap, and so I'm using it here. And then I have that little round label that says today. The today is in red and the circle's in blue, so it went along perfectly. And then I have my girls holding sparklers because we did sparklers at home. We went to a friend's house for a barbecue in the afternoon and then we went home and gave the girls sparklers. So this is a 4x6 Project Life card from the Holidays edition. It's like a mini edition and it has holidays on it, and this little one had a banner that says 4th of July. So I'm just cutting out the banner because I didn't want to use the card. So I'm doing that right there, and I'm just going to layer that over top of the picture of my girls with sparklers. And I'm making sure I round all my corners, and I use a Creative Memories corner rounder there for that. Okay, so on to the next spread. It was really weird for me not to have a date up in the corner because I normally do. So that's going to take some getting used to, I think, is not having a date card on every single layout, but it's okay. Okay, so first thing I'm doing is rounding all my corners here, and then I'll start working on the cards. This one went pretty quick because I have a lot of pictures. This top one here is of Kaylin standing in front of a rescue helicopter. Our base had an open house type night, so they had a lot of like planes and helicopters and stuff on display. So we went out there to do that, and I kept our wristband from the event, so that's what I laid across the picture there. That was just our wristband from the event there. And I'll talk more about that in a second. This one right here is a picture of a dairy cow inside of a truck. And our library on base did like a summer series where they had something cool every week. And then this week they had a dairy cow demonstration because there's a lot of dairy farms around our area. So we went out and they got to see how the cows got milked and, you know, talk to the cow and all that stuff. So it was interesting. Okay, on this card here, it says happiness is on the banner, and I'm talking about the event that we went to, the open house thing. And the picture next to it has my girls with someone dressed up as Elsa. And it was funny because we went to the open house because the Lieutenant Dan band was supposed to be there, or they were there. But unfortunately, it got rained out because it started like hailing. So we ended up not staying around. I think he did end up playing after a few hours. He kind of just went into some of the hangars and played, but our girls were not going to last that long, you know, waiting around. So we ended up going home before that happened. But as we were walking around trying to kill some time, hoping the storm was going to pass, we saw some characters, people dressed up as characters taking pictures with kids, like a fundraiser type thing. And so the girls were like, I see Elsa, I want a picture. So we went and got a picture. So that was kind of the highlight of the event for them for sure. Okay, so I have this black and white wood grain card from the Midnight Edition, and I put a little piece of white cardstock over it because I was not going to be able to write on that very clearly. But I am talking about the picture that's going to be to the right of that and along the bottom, and that was at our local city library, and they had like a reptile event, so we went and learned about reptiles, and the girls got to pet some. And then this card right here of my girls in the back seat, we took my husband's new car to do some shopping in Amarillo, so we snapped a picture of them in the back, and that completes that spread. Okay, on to the next. Let's see. This one I talk about a lot of TV. There's a lot of TV going on in this one. Okay, so for the top here, I have another event at the library. They had one every week in the summer, so we went to a lot of them that we could. But the one on top is at the base, and the base firefighters came and talked to the kids about fire safety and all that, and they got to meet this dog, which is their mascot, so that's Kaylin hugging the dog. And then the picture next to that is the fire truck, and the girl, or the kids got to see the fire truck and like look around, and they actually got to sit in it as well, so that was pretty cool. So I just took that leftover card where I cut off the 4th of July banner, and I put the picture over the part that was missing so you can't tell, and just rounded the corners there, and I'll do my journaling on that. And this one that I'm working on right now is a picture of books that I purchased from the book depository, and it was the first time I had ordered from them. I have ordered from them since again, but it's a bookstore that is online, and it's based in London. So it takes a long time to get your books, but they're pretty good prices, and it's free shipping worldwide, so that's pretty cool. So I had bought those books there. And the cool thing I like about that website is they have all the really cool UK covers that you can't get in the States, so that's why I bought those books. So those books in particular, I could buy them down the street if I really wanted to, but the covers are really ugly, so I wanted the really pretty covers, so I ordered them in the pretty covers there. And then I put a pink enamel 4 on there because there are 4 books in that picture there. Okay, okay, now I'm doing my journaling about the firefighter. I'm hitting my tripod, guys. I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was doing it. I think the back of my chair is just kind of hitting it. Hopefully it doesn't happen too much. Sorry about that. Okay, so I have this card here that I had printed off a while ago, and I had a whole bunch. It says currently reading, and it's kind of like a journal card, but I just wanted the currently reading part, so I just cut it off the top there and put it on a picture of that book that I had read that I really enjoyed. And then this is a picture of my iPad, and I started watching American Horror Story, and it has an arrow on it. The label has an arrow on it, so I wrote, started to get serious about my shows to watch, and that's because the picture right next to that has a list of the shows that I want to watch. So it's insane, you guys. I'm a big TV watcher. So those are all the shows that I want to watch. I just kind of started working on that list and started getting really serious about it over the summer. And then I have a picture of the Descendants show, which my girls are obsessed with. And then on this one down here, I have a picture of some scrapbooking supplies that I bought Kaylin, and it's all frozen stuff, and then a picture of the girls actually scrapbooking with me at my desk one day. And then I put a label in the middle, and I'm saying scrapping with my girls, and then I'll put that little pink heart there as well. And that is going to complete this spread. And I believe this is the last one. So this week, or this one, I'm documenting Layla turning 4. She turned 4 on July 24th, so 25th, sorry. 4 on July 25th. And then I have a couple things up at the top, but then the rest of it's going to be Layla's birthday. So I'm just going to go through here and try to find some cards to put underneath everything, and then I'm going to need one more 4x6 card down here at the bottom. So I'm just going to go through these things and see what I want to use. Decided on yellow being the dominant on this one here. Okay, so at the top here I have a 4x6 card that says hello there, and I am going to document the fact that I got a couple of really cool scrapbooking kits in the mail, and I got them on the same day, so that was like super happy mail for me. But I got the Allie Edwards Week in the Life kit and then the Kelly Perky reading kit. So I purchased both of those. They came on the same day, so I was a very happy girl. But I kept, Allie Edwards has this new like shipping tape, so I kept a strip of it. And then Kelly Perky's there has, it's just a little round symbol with her branding on it. So I used a little enamel too, and I wrote 2 awesome kits, and then I'm just journaling that I bought them and got them on the same day. And I was really excited to start working with those products. And I did make my Week in the Life album. However, my reading album is still sitting, waiting for me to work with it, but it's really cute. It's gonna be on my list to do here soon. Oh, I hate that my camera is shaking so bad because I'm hitting it. I'm really sorry, guys. I have to really start paying more attention to that. Okay, so for this one, I'm using that polka dot card, and I have a picture of the Home movie poster because we went and saw that out at the base. And right now I'm looking through my thickers that are sitting by my desk trying to figure out one that's gonna work here where I can write movie night on it. And as you can see, you'll definitely see them with the ones that I pull out here to start using, but the thickers that I have that don't have that many left, I consolidated all of them onto the front sheet if I could. So as you can see, it starts with B and ends with Z all right there on the front. That's just because, you know, they're so spaced out, and as you use them, it starts getting a little empty. So I just put everything up to the front as much as I could so that when I do look for things, it's very easy for me to just look on the front and see what I do and don't have. And for this one, I had everything except I needed a T and an I, but those are super easy to make. I just took a 1 or a 7, sorry, and these stickers are very manipulative because they're foam, so I just bent it a little bit to make it a T and then added a little piece of a Z on it. And then for the I just used the 1 and cut off, you know, part of the top part to make it an I. So it becomes movie night. I'm going to use a few enamel dots here. I used a couple of pink. And then I have this really large wood veneer 4, and that's going to be for Layla turning 4. And I believe that is from Freckled Fawn. I'm pretty positive. So I'm just going to stick that down, and that's going to be it for that. Nice and simple. And here I'm doing my journaling. I am going to pull out these enamel shapes. I'm going to use this little pink floral. That's from Twine and Ink. And I'm just going to journal about what we did for Layla's birthday. We decided just to keep it to family, and we went bowling and then came home and did presents and pizza and cake. And it was a lot of fun. The girls had a blast bowling. So I'm going to finish up this journal card. And then work on this one here, and this is a picture of her cake. So I just put it there, and then I'm going to put down this wood veneer happy birthday, and I believe that is from Ellie's Studio. It's either Ellie's Studio or Evalicious. I'm not sure which one, honestly. It came in one of my hit kits, but I saved it to use for this. And I'm going to use a couple enamel dots here. And I think that's going to complete my layout, guys. So that is all of the month of June. And I'm going to start catching up here and doing it by the month. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you again soon. Bye.